Today I'll be discussing electronic waste recycling in Guiyu, China. My purpose and objectives of this presentation is to explain what electronic waste is and why it's such an issue to dispose of in Guiyu, China. I also want to examine lasting environmental and health effects on humans caused by improper e-waste disposal in Guiyu, China. This is just a slide of my table of contents, explaining exactly what each slide is about and in what order they'll be in. So first, what exactly is electronic waste? Electronic waste can include thrown out televisions, refrigerators, air conditioners, and old desktop computers. Guiyu, China is a major center for e-waste. A big problem here is that there's uncontrolled recycling of e-waste, which poses significant health and environmental risks. Uncontrolled recycling of e-waste includes burning circuit boards, plastic and copper wires, which cause toxic pollution. This is just a graph comparing metals in soil in the exposed area, which is Guiyu, China, versus the reference area, which is another part of China. As shown in the graph, the geometric mean of metals, especially lead, is significantly higher in the exposed area. This is just another graph explaining how metals and road dust are also significantly higher in the exposed area in Guiyu, China compared to the reference area. As seen in the soil, there are significantly higher levels of lead in the exposed area, the road dust of the exposed area. What are some health effects associated with improper e-waste disposal? So, elemental composition of dust reveals the level and distribution of contaminants in the environment. Humans can be exposed to heavy metal contamination in dust. As a result of this heavy metal contamination, high levels of lead were found in children's blood in Guiyu, China. Contaminants can be spread through ingestion, inhalation, and absorption through skin. There are many detrimental health effects as a result of this exposure. Exposure to high levels of metal can cause acute and chronic toxicity, damage to central and peripheral nervous systems, and even death. In addition to major health effects associated with improper e-waste disposal, there are several environmental hazards associated with this. For example, some common e-waste include cathode ray tubes, gold from printed circuit boards, chips, and other gold-plated components. Environmental health hazards associated with disposing cathode ray tubes include release of lead, barium, and other metals in groundwater. And why is this so detrimental for environmental and human health? It can cause cancer and nervous system damage. Improperly disposing of gold from printed circuit boards can cause a release of tin, lead, mercury, cadmium in the air. The release of this can cause toxic fumes to be released, which can cause toxicity and respiratory irritation. Another example of a common e-waste disposed is chips and other gold-plated components. The environmental hazard associated with this is hydrocarbons and heavy metals can be directly released in rivers and banks. The major issue with this is that this destroys the fish and flora in these rivers and banks. So what are some interventions to improve the situation of improper e-waste disposal in Guiyu, China? First, there was an implementation of domestic e-waste legislation. This is the regulations on the administration of recycling and treatment of waste electric and electronic products. This legislation enforces proper e-waste disposal and recycling. Another intervention is project demonstration, which is where best practices can be exchanged, which includes technical, economic, and environmental practices. Another example of an intervention is certification system. Guiyu, China can follow the US with their certification system, which promotes safer and proper e-waste recycling. This line graph displays the lead levels in children. There's an increasing trend in age. So as children get older, they're more likely to have higher blood lead levels. Basically, e-waste recycling in China has improved in treatment capacity and quality as a result of interventions such as legislation. Although things have improved, there's still much more improvement needed. Improvements in e-waste recycling and disposal can be achieved through various interventions such as research, technology, and international cooperation. Thank you.